Hello. This is a beautiful day. Even though the weather is not so bright, but it's still a beautiful day because every day that God has made is a beautiful day. On that note, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you're watching from and when you're seeing this video. You're welcome to my YouTube channel, Nature's Corner. Today my corner changed. That's because we are sad. So we are in the hospital. My baby is sick. My babies, my daughter and my last baby, both are sick. And I'm not feeling too good too. But that's not the story I want to tell today. And we'll, by the special grace of God, we are getting better. I decided to change my corner today because we are waiting for the doctor. The queue is too much inside. So I decided to use this opportunity to tell the story about the reason why I did not practice exclusive breastfeeding. Like I noted in my last video, I said I just exclusively breastfed my baby for just 2 months and stopped. I couldn't continue, and here is the reason. I gave birth and it was my mother-in-law's turn to come for omugo. In the eastern part of Nigeria where I come from, your mom comes for the first omugo, then your mother-in-law comes for the second, then if you give birth again, your mom comes, your mother-in-law, just like that. And I love that idea because it gives women who do not have female children the opportunity to witness this omugo. I love it. I love the idea. So it was her turn. Meanwhile, she was supposed to come for my second child, but my father-in-law died around that time, so she was mourning, and because she was mourning, she could not leave the town, should I say the community. She can't leave the community and spend the night elsewhere. Yeah, that's the tradition. In Abakaliki, I was in Abakaliki doing my internship then. She couldn't come, so my mom came for the second time. When I gave birth to this third child, she came, and then everything was going on very well, smoothly, perfectly. She was so helpful, very, very helpful. Then one fateful morning, because my sister-in-law was pregnant too, she was preparing for her omugo. After 2 months, she decided she's going to leave because my sister-in-law's due date was fast approaching. We discussed at night, lengthy discussion. There was this issue from the village. It got her so worried that night, and then we talked about so many things. We had a smooth discussion. She showed no sign nor symptom of any illness whatsoever. She did not complain about anything. She did not complain of headache. She did not complain of body pain. Nothing whatsoever. We just discussed. She was just healthy, very, very healthy. Then I didn't even know that she has already gone behind my back to call my sister, my younger sister, to come and stay with me, that I can't be carrying my boy around for school run, even though he has a car seat too, that I shouldn't be carrying him around. In the morning, she has already packed her bag. She had packed her bag at night. Even she had packed her bag the previous week, because my husband came home for the weekend. He took back some of her things, and she had packed the remaining things. This boy, she had to go back in the morning. Was it on Tuesday morning, right? It was on Tuesday morning, yes. Then I woke up late. I just saw her sitting on her bed. I thought she was even praying. I just greeted her She responded. I quickly rushed to the kitchen to make lunch and get the kids ready for school. I was almost done. I was already done. I was about just to get the car keys and then take the kids downstairs. Then I saw her sitting on the floor with her hand supporting her head like she was thinking about something. I said, Mama again, what is it? When I asked her, are you okay? She said she couldn't move her one of her legs and one of her hands. Ha! I said, which kind gist with that one? I was like, okay, I'm coming. I rushed, took the keys to school. Like I was still learning how to drive there, but I drove like these actors in Fast and Furious. Like I just took them to school so that even if we are going to take her to the hospital, so I don't have to carry the kids plus the newborn and her and all that. No, hospital is not a good place to take kids if they are not sick. Before this time, I had no. I've been hearing about stroke, but I didn't know stroke happens to a healthy person, like somebody that looks healthy. I thought it was as a result of a progressive illness, like called my husband. Then my husband called two other men from our street. They took her. Like I saw a very healthy woman, a woman that I discussed with at night. She was healthy. I saw her being carried like God. It's not funny. I saw her being carried like I was. It was a traumatizing experience. Like somebody you discuss with somebody at night, you like you do not suspect any form of illness. You did not even suspect any no headache. Like she did not complain about headache, she did not complain about anything. Then in the morning she woke up and couldn't move her leg and her hand. I thought it was a joke until we got to the hospital. Before we even got to the hospital, her speech has started deteriorating. Because of that, let me not go into details about the whole thing. So because of that whole incident, like it put me under emotional stress, physical stress. This was her first omugo. Like, why would it happen? At a point, I was like, why did I even get pregnant? Maybe if I hadn't gotten pregnant, if I hadn't delivered, maybe this wouldn't have happened. So because of all that, like the whole nursing thing, in fact, the truth is that my breast milk stopped flowing. I was stressed. I was stressed. I was bitter. I was angry. I was just frustrated. My breast milk stopped flowing. My baby wasn't getting enough supply of my breast milk. I wasn't going to starve him. I had to get him a formula. I thought with time the breast milk will start flowing normal again, but with time it remained the same, because with my previous babies up to 5 months I'm still using pad. I'm still using breast pad, but with this one, 2 months, my breast is like I couldn't express. If I want to express it, I couldn't even express a drop because I was frequenting the hospital. There was no way I could be carrying him to the hospital. It's not safe for him. I just had to get a formula so that they'll be feeding him with formula while I'm away, and when I'm back we continue with breast milk. When he started using the formula, he didn't really like it, but then he still preferred it because he started rejecting breast milk. Kind of, he started rejecting it. So breast milk flow is the more the baby suckles, the more it flows. So it kind of affected the breast milk flow, and that was why we started mixed feeding, and we continued with mixed feeding. That was why I didn't practice exclusive breastfeeding. I was traumatized. I had a terrible, terrible, terrible experience, and the devil came knocking. The devil came knocking at a point. At a point, I was like, maybe I shouldn't have gotten pregnant. But my baby is a big blessing. He has been a big blessing to me, to us. But it wasn't a good experience at all. It wasn't a good experience. So that's just it. And please subscribe. Bye.